Welcome to Yellow Duck Motorsports coverage here today of Minis Down Under, celebrating 60 years of Minis in Australia. Here we have a big celebration of Minis at Rosehill Racecourse, which is near Parramatta, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. A large group of Minis have gathered here, undercover because the weather is not the best. And as you can see, lots of Minis and their variations. The Mini has been a very popular car over the years, sold well in Australia. Been a very successful motorsport car, and still has many enthusiasts who keep them maintained and on the road. Not that many are used for daily drivers these days, but they are still prized possessions by their owners. Wonderfully restored, pristine Minis are everywhere to be seen. Various variations from the Mini 850, Mini Deluxe, Mini Cooper and Cooper S's, and some competition variations. Oh, here we have some sort of two-door Mini. I remember these in the day, but I don't know whether they were made or how they came about. Know nothing about that. Here's a replica of the 1966 Bathurst winning Mini, I think. Very nice looking car. Very original looking thing. Here we have a competition Mini Cooper S by the look of it. All set up for motor racing. Not something you see a lot of now. Here's this replica there. Lots and lots of Minis here on display. An awful lot of them are in pristine condition. Here we have another race Mini. This is Appendix J, or commonly called Appendix J. Mini, I think it's pre a certain year. It used to be 64, but I think it's up into the 70s now. But here's a race version of that. Very nice. Here's a modified looking Mini, big wheels, interesting paint job. Now this is a Group C spec Mini that raced at Bathurst. This was an era of Australian touring car racing where the cars were pretty close to what you bought on the road. As you can see, this car is still running its SU carburetors. This was a great era, really. The cars did have mostly what they had when you bought them, and they certainly resembled the car that you could go and buy, unlike today's rubbish. Here's a very standard looking Mini, 850 probably, sliding glass door windows there. Mini Clubmans, nice coloured blue it was, yeah. Quite a few sliding window Minis here. Nice Clubman GT, the very nice colour, that orangey red. Very nice looking car, love the stripe. Minis were made in enormous numbers. Oh, what do we have here? A Honda engine in a Mini? My goodness. Another very nice Clubman GT. Very nice looking car. A little bit more room under the bonnet there, I think, than the round nose Mini. Oh, what do we have here? My goodness, a British car with no oil under there. That's something. Oh my goodness. I always liked this colour too, the green. There was a lot of those back in the day. I remember a lot of those green Minis about. Like the number plate. Another green Mini. Great little cars, Mini, for motorsport. I used to motorcar one of these Minis, both the round nose Cooper S and the GT Clubman. Great little motorcar cars, great hill climb cars. I did try and rally one, but I never got my head around a front wheel drive short wheelbase car on a loose surface. I just couldn't do it. and I gave up and retired it to hill climbs and motor cars, and got myself a rear wheel drive car. Here's this orange colour again. I really like that colour on a Mini. Nice to see cars of this era painted in proper colours rather than this horrible grey that all cars are now. Oh, what do we have here? I don't really know. It's a Mini-based kit car if I was guessing, but that is a guess. Oh my goodness, that's an interesting colour for a Mini. Interesting headlights, modern headlights, bigger wheels of course. I'm not sure how you can go buying 10-inch wheels anymore. I don't know. Nice little bull bar on that Mini. I always like those. Now this is a nice car here. I like the driving lights across the front there. Very nice looking Mini. And right next to it a very original standard looking Mini. In my experience, classic car owners fall into roughly three categories. You have the absolutely as they came out of, and here we have a looking example of a Mini as they came out the factory. Steel wheels, everything as they were made, and right down to little stickers and little marks on the gearbox or something. Then you have the classic car owner who isn't fussed by that, who just wants to keep it on the road. Oh, what have we got here? A Mini Ute. Yes, and so you have Minis or any car really that you have a different sort of fuel pump fitted or a different ignition system or something just to keep the car running, keep it going, keep it functional, but still basically the car. And the third category of classic car owners are those that don't care about any of that and just have the car. Ford Escort owners are a fine example of that. You can come across quite a few Ford Escorts where there's no Ford Escort there. And so that's my theory on the three categories of classic car owners. I tend to fall into that middle road. I'm quite happy to put a different fuel pump on them or put a set of Mini light wheels on or some driving lights or whatever it might be. But I don't sort of go too far away from that. What we have here, this looks like a Mini with its suspension collapsed on one side. A lot of Minis have the hydraulic suspension. I remember that happening to one of my Minis once. In fact, it happened twice. Once in a rubber suspension Mini, and another one with a hydraulic suspension Mini. My goodness, there's some beautiful cars here. Absolutely beautiful. This looks like a much later model Mini, the ones that were continued to be made in England. We didn't get out here. Very nice. The no quarter windows. Interesting looking cars. It's another very nice looking Mini. Very nice indeed. Some modern Minis here, if you like that sort of thing. Here's a very hotted up looking version. Wing on the back. Always wanted a car with a big wing on the back. The modern Mini has sold very well as well. What do we have here? We have a Mini Moat. It's a rally car as well. Oh, look at that. Isn't it wonderful? Wonderful variation of the Mini. I think it was originally built as a farm vehicle, but it's sort of got taken over for all sorts of uses. Wonderful thing. Great motor kind of car because they're so light. Here's a pristine version. My goodness. A Mini Moat. I don't know, it doesn't suit a Mini Moat to be pristine, I don't think. In fact, that's the first one I've ever seen. They used to be all beat about as farmers had them and what have you. In the other world I lived in anyway. I love the bumper bar. Oh, we have a hotted up. What is that colour? Is that pink? My goodness, have a look at that. What a beast. Green Mini Moat. Oh, another one with a Honda engine in it. My goodness, that's squeezed in there. Oh my goodness, well and truly squeezed in. Some more of these modern ones. Here we go. Back to a proper Mini. A minivan. Another variation of the Mini. And quite a few of them around. Oh, here we have a workaday Mini. Great to see it here. Not all pristine. Yellow, of course. Got a soft spot for yellow. Oh, and here's one of these cars that colour changes whenever you look at it. Oh, another workaday looking Mini, surfy van. Oh, what's this? What's this? I don't know. I couldn't find a badge on this to tell me what sort of engine. I think I counted the spark plugs and there was only 3. I think. I could be wrong. I saw a few of these with that engine in them, so I don't know what that conversion is. I think there's a couple of manufacturers making 3-cylinder engines now. Another minivan. Minivans were very popular. Mini Ute. Now, I was unaware that the Mini Ute was actually a manufactured car. I assumed they were all sort of like home-built things, but in my looking up the internet, they're not. They were made. There you go. We have a Mini getting a bit of a last-minute polish. Another interesting coloured. Oh, here we have a good yellow Mini. Nice colour. Oh, another one with this engine in it. Is that's got 3 cylinders, I think. Well, there you go. Whatever it is, I'm sure someone will tell me. Traditional Mini. Very traditional. Funny the things that you would have trouble getting now, and that's the standard air filter box. Every Mini I had sports air filters on them, and that was taken off and thrown away, and so that would be a part you'd probably struggle to find these days. The Cooper S Minis, wonderful things. I had a few of these over the years. I wish I still had one. Another workaday looking Mini. Now I like that. I have to admit. I like the pristine ones. They're wonderful. But a workaday Mini has a soft spot for me because mine were workaday Minis. Yeah, I had a rally Mini that was pretty rough and ready. That went on to be a hill climb car and motor kind of car. I had a road car. It was green, and I haven't seen the same green at this show. Then later on I had another Cooper S in British Racing green. A GT Clubman. But they're all gone, part of the past. There's also some sort of manufacturers, or not manufacturers, but spare parts sellers and what have you at this show. showing off their wares. Austin, whatever they were, 1100, 1300s. It's another one of these two-door, well, they're all two doors, I suppose, fastback. There you go, that's the name for it. I think, what's it called, a Monaco, is it? Ah, well, we won't talk about that. And back to the sort of competition Mini, more my area of interest. When I was growing up, you know, P-plate driver, they were racing this Mini at Bathurst, well and truly sitting in front of the TV all day. Of course, at that point in time, the Mini was a class car. We weren't given a lot of TV coverage during the telecast. But, certainly watched it to see. Appendix J Mini here. And back to the Moat. Big hydraulic handbrake there. Not sure I'd like to rally a Moat. Seem a little bit too much ventilation there for me. The weather can come in. Oh my goodness. And of course they were rallied. I think this one was rallied in the Round Australia rally, and there was an adventurer guy that used to use one of these for big adventures across, you know, coast to coast and Round Australia and all this sort of stuff. Well, the Mini Club have certainly outdone themselves here by putting on this show. It's a big thing. I was at the same venue for the 30th year, I think it was, and this has really outdone it. Even the car park was full of Minis. These, of course, have come from all over the country to come to this event, which is also great to see, because time has passed them by, really, when driving a Mini on modern freeways. Well, you're going to get harassed by semi-trailers, I think. Nice clubman there. I like that colour and I like that stripe. Very nice. Now this was held at Rosehill Racecourse, horse racing track sort of thing. Good venue for this. Well, that's about it from me. I'm Quack McMullard. Bye for now.